Hi Indonesia, my name is Stefan Rio Erwanto. I'm student of architecture and representative of Petra Kristen University for kompetisi mahasiswa berprestasi 2017. I'm active in some organization and some various activities. And in this period, I'm appointed as secretary of MAWAPRES. Besides completing my study at campus, I also receive orders to work on architecture projects such as building churches, cafes, houses, and bread shops. And in this good opportunity, I will present my scientific work entitled Water Clearing Vegetable Pots. Water is one important element in the human life. People need water to take a bath, do the washing, water the plants, and lots of other activities. People in Indonesia have not even realized that they must have and get clean water. Statistically, the request of clean water supplied by the government has increased by 6.42% every year. Even though the increasing rate has been indicated doesn't mean that the distribution of water is as good as it is. In fact, 70% of people in this country have not got sufficient supply of water. More than 30% of people here employ river and rainwater for their daily life. Besides those matters, other problems which must be solved are that the price of foodstuff always get more and more expensive. Actually, we can clear this problem by growing plants for food supplies to minimize the cost. However, it becomes impossible to realize for the short of land. This research was made to help low economic class people. Therefore, the vegetable pots employed were not new nor made of quality and expensive materials. Instead, the vegetable pots employed were made of used materials which can also function to clear water. Then, the low economic class people can make efforts to prepare the pots at a relatively cheap cost. In addition, their needs of water and planting are solved. Vegetable pots are made of used plastic bottle, and water clearing layers employed are soaked with the content of river water which comprise sands, charcoal, palm fibers, sponge, and piece of cloth. Soil is still required to grow plants, for it is cheap and its maintenance doesn't cost a lot. The flow of the clearing process runs as follows. The river water is obtained from river by employing pump as people around usually do. The water is directed through pipes and gets out toward the vegetable pots. The water received in vegetable pots then goes through the bottom of the bottle, then goes to the reservoir. Hence, the vegetable pots doesn't replace the people's way of water taking system, just exists between the water taking system and reservoir. The concept of water clearing vegetable pots applies a vertical planting system. In this system, wide planting lands are not required. Besides, those vegetable pots are required to strengthen the water clearing layer as thick as 15 centimeters. Used water mineral bottles are set upside down as vegetable pots with the mouth at the bottom. Water debit flowing in the bottle is inhibited by the clearing layer. The result is clean water. Admittedly, this concept was not yet practiced for less time, but the possibility of failure to practice it is very small. When it is practiced, people will also get benefits. They can make it on their own at the least time, cost, and way.
The way to prepare the pots is not complicated. First, cut the bottom part of a mineral water plastic bottle. And then, make a hole at the bottom and a hole near the mouth of the bottle and insert the yarn and tie the bottle to keep it steady. And then fill in the bottle with the clearing layers, soil, and vegetable to grow. Now, the pots are ready for use.
Based on the design made, it is predicted that the water clearing vegetable pots are applicable for all dwelling area in Indonesia, especially for the low economic class people. The way of making doesn't require big efforts and sweats. Besides, it is very cheap. This idea has this possibility of failure to practice. It has also been experimented by the Ministry of Research and Technology. Another plus point for this practice is to reduce the waste of plastic bottles. Imagine if these pots are applied by people at their homes in this country, especially for the low economic class people. I'm sure the life quality will get higher and the dwelling area, even though it is slum, will be greener. Thank you, and please enjoy this presentation.